Hi everyone, it's nice to see you for my video blog today. I decided to come and do it inside the cathedral here in front of the creche because I'm enjoying it coming together. And I got River here with me. River, can you show everyone you can sit? Oh, good girl, good girl. She might wander around a bit while I do this. What I'm going to do for my blog today is to read to you from the Old Testament lesson for this coming Sunday. We're not going to read it on Sunday. We've been doing the intergenerational homily and using some of the different readings depending on what the preacher wants to refer to. And this Sunday, the preacher is going to be looking at the epistle. So I'm going to read this to you now because we won't read it out loud on Sunday. A reading from the prophecy of Isaiah, the 61st chapter. The Spirit of the Lord God is upon me, because the Lord has anointed me. He has sent me to bring good news to the oppressed, to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives and release to the prisoners, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor and the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all who mourn, to provide for those who mourn in Zion, to give them a garland instead of ashes, the oil of gladness instead of mourning, the mantle of praise instead of a faint spirit. They will be called oaks of righteousness, the planting of the Lord, to display his glory. They shall build up the ancient ruins, they shall raise up the former devastations, they shall repair the ruined cities, the devastations of many generations. For I, the Lord, love justice. I hate robbery and wrongdoing. I will faithfully give them their recompense, and I will make an everlasting covenant with them. Their descendants shall be known among the nations, and their offspring among the peoples. All who see them shall acknowledge that they are a people whom the Lord has blessed. I will greatly rejoice in the Lord. My whole being shall exult in my God. For he has clothed me with garments of salvation. He has covered me with the robe of righteousness. As a bridegroom decks himself with a garland, and as a bride adorns herself with her jewels. For as the earth brings forth its shoots, and as a garden causes what is grown in it to spring up, so the Lord will cause righteousness and praise to spring up before all nations. I wanted to read it to you because this is some beautiful poetry. And it features on the third Sunday of Advent because we're thinking about John the Baptist and his place in the line of the prophets. He is one of the anointed that is being spoken of. But I like to think of that idea of being anointed in a broader sense. We're all anointed to serve God, but some of us are anointed in a particular way. That preacher that I was referring to for this coming Sunday is Libby, our transitional deacon. And the following Friday the 18th of December, she's going to be ordained a priest after 6 months of being a transitional deacon with us here at the Cathedral. Come and join us on the live stream at 6 p.m. that day to see her being ordained. She will be anointed by our Bishop Megan. And this whole text, I think, resonates for me with the idea of the priesthood that I think that Libby will occupy. He sent me to bring good news to the oppressed, to proclaim liberty to captives, to proclaim the year of the Lord's favor. It's what we do when we're trying to preach and open up the word. There's also that idea that priests comfort those who are mourning and grieving, replacing ashes with a garland of joy. There's also this idea that we are seeds planted in the earth. And I think each of us has seeds planted in our hearts that grow up to become oaks. Seeds of faith that grow up and have grown up in the life of Libby, in the life of all of us. But when they grow to full maturity, those seeds becoming oaks can become a place of shelter and comfort for other people. Hey River, come on back. There's also the idea of repairing broken down walls. We do that as priests as well sometimes. We help look after buildings, but I think it's also a metaphor for restoring old traditions and making them fresh and new again, so that righteousness and praise, again, like seeds planted in the earth, might spring forth before all nations. So I'm grateful for Libby's ministry amongst us. I'm grateful for her preaching this coming Sunday. And I'm grateful that we all get to see her anointed this coming Friday when the bishop will be here and lead the ordinations in our cathedral. I wonder about you. What if you plant seeds of faith in your heart? What if you plant seeds liberally in the world? Will they grow up and provide oaks that create places of safety and shelter for other people? Will the seeds you plant grow up into seeds of righteousness, shoots of righteousness and praise before all the nations? I hope so. Lots of love. Hey, baby.